So one of my biggest criticisms of Dave Rubin of the Rubin Report is that he has a very shitty interview style, and that he doesn't actually check his guests, but rather just allows them either of one of two things, okay? He'll either do just allow the guests to go on a monologue, or he'll ask these bullshit questions that don't actually check them in any way, shape, or form. They're just these kind of questions, right? So we are going to be specifically looking at a case in which this happens. Now, what you guys are about to be seeing is Dave Rubin talking to a guy named David Horowitz. Now, I didn't know who he was before, but I think he went from being a liberal to being a Trump supporter. So he's liberal turned conservative. Now, you guys will be checking out the amazing claim that David Horowitz makes here, and we'll see what Dave Rubin responds with. Check it out.
Assimilated all this. My mission was to warn other people. And that's how I know that Barack Obama is a communist.
All right, so wait, let's pause before we jump to modern day. Because everything that you just described there was why I thought your bio was so interesting, because you grow up with communists, you know, I didn't know about the guy. I didn't know about the guy in the basement, but you are firmly on the left your whole first 40 some odd years.
I was a Marxist. I wrote a book called Empire and Revolution, which the left used.
Right. So leftist, communist, Marxist. I mean, so
yeah, Paul Berman, for example.
This example of Dave Rubin being a terrible interviewer is a really strong example of it, because the idea of calling Barack Hussein Obama a communist is massively stupid. Now, that's for many reasons, right? The stock market had massive booms under his administration, and also the private sector had millions upon millions of jobs growth, and the private sector boomed. In a communist society, there is no fucking private sector. There is no private sector. So it's very obvious that Barack Obama is not a communist, and the idea of calling Obama a communist is massively stupid. And the fact that Dave Rubin didn't say anything saying, oh, well, how is he a communist? Like, really? You think you think that Obama's a communist? How could he be a communist when under his administration, not only was there a private sector, but the private sector saw massive booms, the stock market saw massive booms, and there's nothing about him that is even remotely comparable to communism in any way, shape, or form. So there's many criticisms to be had of Dave Rubin, and unfortunately, this is only one of the many criticisms of Dave Rubin. His interview style is extremely ineffective, and I guess you could say it's effective for the person giving the monologue or answering, very soft and ridiculous questions.